name is Matthew Fields. I am part owner of Stella Taco here in the lovely city of Portland, Oregon. We have 2 brick and mortar locations. Becky's grandmother's name was Stella, which is the tribute to the grandmother. And that's, again, something that really resonated with me quite a bit as far as learning to cook from my grandmother and just really seeing the better side of people in life from her perspective, and the sharing the stories with food and sharing the stories with just sharing experiences and stories over food is something that again really resonated me, and we kind of wanted to do again something that was more casual and approachable on a day-to-day basis, morning, evening, or night. And tacos is something that I never professionally cooked with, as far as like in kitchens professionally, but it was something that I always ate at my home, and it's something that we always ate again with my grandmother and my family, and it was just something that I really it holds a big place in my heart for. And the first couple months were pretty rocky, because the idea of what you have in your head of what you set out to do versus what the community really wants to support can be 2 different things. But that's the biggest thing to again growing continuously, is listening to those around you and taking input with a grain of salt. But yeah, the community itself, especially from the business aspect, like everybody here really does believe in the idea of community, not competition, in the sense that if we all can be doing really good things, it's going to continue to draw bigger groups of people and bigger parts of Portland, Oregon as a whole to our little neighborhood. Excited to do kind of Austin style or Texas style tacos, kind of in the same sense of the tex-mex theme, which a lot of people don't necessarily like that terminology, even though it's like Texas style, Texas Mexican food. And again, it's just about that sharing of culture and sharing of stories and ingredients, and being able to have it for everybody, So I think the idea of Austin style or Texas style tacos, traditionally a lot of tacos are corn tortillas are the vehicle. Texas is definitely more flour focused as far as flour tortillas, which is again a thing that we do here. As well as I think another big part to that specific style is, at least in our heads, the idea of Texas style and Tex-Mex being more in the realm of specific things, having specific garnishes for the sole purpose of accentuating that protein in the best possible light that it can be, So for example, our grilled chicken, the pollo asado, just has a very nice, crisp, clean cabbage slaw with it. That's just dressed in a little bit of vinegar and a little bit of oil to really not take away a lot of the flavor from the chicken itself, because the chicken we season with a handful of spices and garlic oil to kind of give it a very nice southwestern, semi-spicy, but more on like spices rather than spicy level. And that's one of the tacos that we do, and that's one of my favorites still to this day. Another staple to our menu that I still pretty much eat almost every day is our carnitas taco. And for us, traditional carnitas, at least in a Mexico standard, is braised pork that's kind of been cooled and cubed and then deep fat fried. So it's like this really tender chunk of meat that's basically really crispy on the outside and just super soft and juicy on the inside, and not necessarily like a standard. A lot of places in the United States kind of have an idea of carnitas being like a pulled shredded pork, and that's just not what we feel like carnitas is. So we do our style with that, braising the pork in cubes and then taking them out and then basically just frying them up in a cast iron skillet. For following the ambitions and everything, I think the things that really resonated with me that people pass down to me is the idea of, know your strengths and know your weaknesses. Everybody always continuously has things that they can improve upon. But even in that same vein of that thought, being confident in your ability and maintaining being humble and maintain being humble and humility, because again, the whole idea of if you ever get to the point to where it's like I know everything, then you probably should do something different, because that's a very bold statement, and I would never tell anybody that I know everything there is to know about tacos or even things that we do on a day-to-day basis, because again, the idea of just constantly growing and constantly getting better at what you do, for whatever that is, whatever your degree is something that if you focus on really well, again, being humble and maintaining that humility and being patient, because a lot of times people want instant gratification, but it's the price of what you feel you gain from having to work hard for it, or getting really lucky. As far as like I got really extremely lucky meeting Ian and Becky, and them wanting to come up and work with us and making this taco shop, and they've continued to make me a better person. So again, just really keeping your eyes open to any and all opportunities, and just being patient for the ones that you really just feel really good about, and that's definitely what set me in the right direction. And just constantly getting better, In the beginning years, it wasn't there at all. I was working a lot more than I was able to enjoy my personal life. And a lot of that had to do for a lot of different reasons, in the sense of, us still figuring it out what we were setting out to do and how to do that to the best of our ability. And when we got to that point, then really kind of being clearly communicative on the expectations for the staff members that we have. And again, that idea is like, I feel that we really maintain a really solid crew, because we try and communicate everything and be really transparent, and not only the expectations, but the rewards of what we can offer staff to work here for. And I feel really good, just in the sense that a lot of our crew members have been with us for quite a while. Both of the ladies that are here now have been with me for over 2 years, or been with us for over 2 years. A lot of my guys in the kitchen right now. I think the most inexperienced person here has only been here for about 1.5 years, and in a city where the turnover is really high, and it's employee retention is a thing that a lot of people are talking about, because a lot of things going into that is definitely a thing, but that's really how you do it, is you just have to maintain that work personal life, is you have a really solid group of people that all help us to get to that point of work and personal life balance together. Like, it's not something that I can do by myself, or that's not something they can do by themselves, but collectively together, that's how we get to that point.